there's one other part that's very important, and this is where I know I use these analogies a lot, but it's important to understand that human relationships don't really change very much from relationship to relationship. They all have the same building blocks, okay? So we talked about trust, and we talked about likability, but there's another one. It's called respect, okay? And this is incredibly important. So when they, you know, and Gina can back me up on this, but when they do studies on divorce, okay, they can predict within a very good margin, it's like 10%, people that will get divorced before they even get married. People that will get divorced and people that will stay together for long periods of time, and they can predict it based on contempt. They watch people fighting, they watch how they fight, and they see if they have contempt for one another. And contempt is the overriding, you know, criteria on whether or not somebody will get divorced or not. So if you don't respect your client, or they don't respect you, and there's contempt there, you're done before you start. Okay? Because you won't fight fair, right? If it works either way, right? They will do things underhanded. They will do things, you know, behind your back. I mean, you know, it's almost like you're in war.
What happened in Vegas stays in Vegas is perfect. I watched it last night.
They talk about contempt?
Well, they do. There's complete contempt because there's no respect between Ashton Kutcher and who's the blonde in the movie? Cameron Diaz. Until they had some respect for each other, and eventually they of course gained respect, and the contempt goes away. They live happily ever after. But it's clear, very clear.
Right. And so, you know, if you're starting off a relationship and you don't have that trinity, trust, likability, and respect, you're done before you started. And every time I break this rule, I learn a lesson the hard way. I mean, I learn it monetarily, I learn it with losing a ton of my time. It just plays itself out over and over and over again. And so, I guess I have conviction on this, not because I'm smart and I read books and listened to what they said, but because I've done it wrong so many times that I'm finally having it beaten into my head that, you know, you need to be paying attention to this. So